And now, drumroll please, my personal favorite, a Mark II B Coliseum clocking in at
$20,628 with the oh-so-low price of $364 for shipping.
And we're back, episode 2 of
Ridiculous Reverb Listings,
where I go hunting around on Reverb to find the funniest shit I can find. So, let's go. If you missed episode 1, man, I really found some funny John Petrucci old school Ibanez listings where the most expensive guitar clocked it at $75,000. Now, it was played by John himself on apparently some Dream Theater and Liquid Tension experiment records, which is pretty freaking cool, some of which I would consider to be, especially if it was on Scenes from Memory, that's probably the greatest record ever written in my opinion. So okay, you tell me how much you would pay for that guitar. But in this one, we're going to be taking a look at Mesa amps, specifically the Halo Mark II, the one, especially the Mark II C+. Although we're going to see that's not the most expensive one on Reverb right now, which is pretty funny. So let's get into it. Up first, we got a Mesa Boogie Mark II B+. This one is actually pretty reasonably listed. I mean, you tell me how much you would pay for an old head that doesn't have a lot of features on it. $1,250, $100 shipping. Okay, heads are heavy. Why is this here? It's got a $1,350 price drop. So they've reduced the head by more than they're asking for at this point. So yeah, maybe you came in a little too hot to get things started. The head itself looks like it's in decent enough shape from the main picture. Tolex is a little scuffed up. The back of the head in the picture looks maybe a little dirty. I mean, it's not terrible. It's fine. It's an old head. It looks clean enough. As in the description says, it's a poor man's 2C+. Yeah, I would say so. So that at least sets our ballpark, right? We're starting around $1,200 for an old head that has been reduced by more than $1,200. We're off to a great start. Let's take a look at the second one. Our second one is another Mark II B. Well, this one just says it's a Mark II B. It's not a B+. This one is $2,115 with a $234 price drop, so not so offensive on the price drop. $80 shipping, so saving a little bit on shipping. This one to me looks a bit cleaner than the other one, at least condition-wise, but $2,115 for a Mark II B is a little too much money, I would say. This one is probably going to sit around for a bit longer. I guess you tell me, how much are you willing to pay for a poor man's 2C+? And all of these are missing the 5-band EQ. If you've ever played a Mark head, I mean, even if you just go do the Neural DSP trial, you'll discover really quickly you need the 5-band EQ to get a Mark series head to do anything tone-wise that you're really gonna like. So yeah, missing that is a pretty big deal. Obviously, I know you could buy an EQ pedal or whatever, but 5-band EQ, I mean, that's where the magic is on the Mark series head. So moving on. Now, before we take a look at the prices of those legit vintage amps, I want you to keep in mind that the price tag for the reissue, I know it's a reissue, but it's been painstakingly recreated, is $3,600. If you want the real thing, no digital recreation. $3,600. Now, looking at the legit ones, a 1984. Hey, that's the year that I was born. Mesa Boogie Mark II C+, $9,000, $150 shipping, okay. But this one's missing that 5-band EQ, so, kind of pump the brakes on this one before you go get your wallet. The spec of this one is very pretty. I mean, the enclosure is awesome. You gotta love that wicker on the front. The cabinet itself looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Couple marks here and there, but really not bad. Overall, just what an awesome look. Just a really good looking amp. So for the first vintage one, we're looking at $9,000. No 5-band EQ on this one. Now, let's get to the real one, the one that we're all here to see.
We got a 1984, again the year I was born, Mesa Boogie Mark II C++ with the 5-band EQ clocking in at
$16,000 and $200 shipping.
I will fully admit this amp looks extraordinarily clean. There's like no marks on the Tolex. This thing is nice. $16,000 for a legit, I'll give it, that one is clean. That one's very clean, but remember, $3,600 for the reissue. $16,000 for the real one. You know, again, it's like, I can almost guarantee this thing's gonna sit on Reverb for at least a year, if not longer, at that price. I mean, who's got that money? In this economy, 16 grand?
And now, drum roll please, my personal favorite, a Mark II B Coliseum clocking in at
$20,628 with the oh-so-low price of $364 for shipping.
Just why? Honestly, why? $20,000? Apparently very rare. With only 336 Mark II Coliseums, man, now's your chance. 180 watts of simulclass power that can be switched to normal output of a Mark II amp. Added headroom, sure. I mean, I guess that's why it's called the Coliseum, right? Apparently, Analog R sold one for $20,000, and this is an even better example, so f*** you if you think it's overpriced, Rob. One of the rarest boogies ever made. It doesn't look $20,000 clean, if you ask me. It looks like an old head. The inside and the back, you know, it's fine. It looks fine. It's an old head. So how much would you be willing to pay for an old piece of analog gear? I mean, like, and I will admit that first and fully, like, right, I use a Quad Cortex. The second the Quad Cortex 2 comes out, my quad is gonna be worth $10. Analog stuff does hold its value. I mean, that's what makes analog stuff cool. It is a known commodity, right? And in capitalism, right, something's only worth what somebody's willing to pay, but I am willing to bet that that Coliseum is gonna sit on Reverb for a really long time, which, you know, I guess is fine if the person is in no need for the money. You can sit around and wait, but that about does it. So, Ridiculous Reverb Listings, Mesa Boogie Edition. Let me know down below what you would be willing to pay for a vintage head. If you even think it's worth it, I definitely don't. I would not be buying it. But then again, I'm a poor musician with a small YouTube channel, so you know, there you go. Hopefully you like the vibe of the video. Consider hitting like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate the support here on my channel. I'm a progressive metal guitar player. I do product reviews, free music lessons, and release my own music. So hopefully you'll consider giving the channel a sub. Maybe check out my music and other stuff that's going on. Maybe I'll drop some links here in this point. On to the next video. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Woo!